Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Off play action, Tannehill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On second down now, it's Parks, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation, we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Pats are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On second and 9, Tannehill. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Richardson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Richardson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run with Richardson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock to then get the ball back for the offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jones, rolling to his left. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing Jones. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Parks. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it is the Kansas City Chiefs who will fight another week as they were able to eliminate the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got one half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parks. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs Thomas with his third touchdown of the game. And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll run again with Richardson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On first down, Tannehill. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On second down now, it's Richardson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Tannehill on first down. And that is taken in by Hurst. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now it's Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point safely through, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 105 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Jones throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. It's Parks, and he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Jones to throw on third down. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Henry's got it down on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Patriots are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.